Hello YouTube and welcome to another video where today I'll be walking over some of the key features that I really liked and something that you should try out in the new macOS Monterey. First, let's just get started with the fun new animated Memoji lock screen. As you can see, it's changed a little bit. Previously we used to have static images, but now we have our very own animojis that we can set up and play around with, and they interact with what's going on the screen. And in order to know how to set it up, all you have to do is go to System Preferences and click on the icon or the login icon screen, and you go there and you're presented with the option to create your animojis. As you can see, you're given various options much like the iOS versions of it, and you can customize it as much as you want. So just go in there, play around with it, select the ones that you want, and typically these characters are ported over and synced across devices. There are a few new wallpapers that Apple's introduced with the new macOS Monterey version, including the default that you can see right here, which is dynamic. You have the dark and the light mode. Along with that, they've also included wallpapers that come by default with the colorful iMacs. So as you could see, you have the blue one, the yellow, the reds, and the pink. And you have two different versions for this too, the light version and also the dark version. And I'll be including these wallpapers in the description below, so feel free to check them out. Along with these wallpapers, Apple's also included a new screensaver that actually comes in by default at the startup's homepage when setting up a new iPhone. As you can see, this is the Hello screensaver. It's actually become one of my favorites right now, bringing back the old cursive styled retro iMac looks to it. There are a few tweaks that you can do, so you can just click on screensaver options and you're given different variations of it. So just play around with it, fun little addition to the new Mac OS. So to erase all the content and settings, all you have to do is go to System Preferences and on the menu bar, select System Preferences and click on Erase All Content and Settings. And once you press on that, you'll now be presented with a screen to enter your username and password. Just go ahead and enter in your password and click OK. You're then presented with this window. Select the user that you want to delete the data for, and then just click Continue. As you can see, it will remove all the information, including your Find My and activation lock. And then just press Continue and enter in your iCloud password. In the control center, now you'll be able to see when your microphone or camera is being accessed with this yellow and green indicators. Let's move on to the focus mode. With the new focus mode, you can basically arrange your workflow or notification settings or people that can reach out to you based on how you would prefer. Now, for example, I have these actually synced in from my iPhone. In order to set up one for your Mac, just click on Focus Preferences and this window opens up. In this window, at the bottom left, you can see the plus button and you'll see all the existing ones that you can basically customize and play around with. But in order to create a new one, just click on plus. Apart from a few recommendations, you can also create a custom focus mode. Just click on Custom. As an example, I'll take YouTube scripting. So whenever I'm working on a script, I want this focus to open. So just go ahead and type in whatever focus name you want to create, select the icon to represent it, and then click Add. And then you can see that you can automatically trigger based on time, location, or application. In this case, I want the focus mode to be activated whenever I open my calendar application. So just go and select the application, click on Add. And now we'll see how this works out. The moment you open up your calendar application, it should automatically trigger the new focus mode. And once you close out of the application, the Do Not Disturb or focus mode should automatically disable, as you'll see right here in the notification center. This is the brand new focus mode. Now let's talk about another feature that Apple's introduced, Live Text and Quick Note. I've just opened up a Safari with a few quotes there, and as you could see, this is an image, right? And within an image, I'm now able to select the text as if it was just a plain text. I can actually copy it, paste it, I can look up, which will give me Siri suggestions. I can also quickly translate it from one language to another language. To use the live text feature, just use one of the compatible apps like Preview or Safari and open up an image. Once you open up an image, just hover over the text that you find. You can double click or you can use the text select cursor to select the text and then right click to be able to copy the text or translate or smart lookup. Let's now talk about the Quick Note feature, which is prominent in the iPad OS. In order to access the Quick Note feature, just bring your cursor down to the bottom right corner of your Mac. And the moment you do that, you're presented with a small square. Once you click on it, a new notepad will open, which you can then use to copy paste images, drag and drop, or even make notes on the fly that would then enable you to basically go back and access it through the Notes app. You should actually have the Quick Note feature automatically enabled when you install macOS Monterey. But if for some reason you're not able to find it, it's very easy to enable. Just go to System Preferences, click on Mission Control, and then at the bottom left, click on Hot Corners. And now you can choose which corner of your desktop you want to enable Quick Note. I've enabled it to the bottom right, but you could do it for any other corner as well. By now, you've probably seen the changes that Safari has gone through. You now have tab groups where you can create groups of windows or tabs that basically sit together and you're able to access them neatly and in an organized manner. You also have a very compact menu bar and tab bar, which is basically all collapsed into one, which also includes your extensions. During the betas, while testing out the Safari design, there were a lot of mixed reviews. Some people loved it, some people did not. And so Apple's decided to give us the option on determining if we want the classic look or the modern, sleek, compact look. So to choose one of the layouts, just go to Safari in the menu bar and then click on Preferences. Once you click on Preferences, go to the tabs, and in the tabs, the first option that you'll see is the tab layout. So you'll have the compact and the classic. I've now set it to classic, which is basically your 2 rows of input, including the address bar and the tab bar, whereas in the compact version, it'll all be collapsed into one, like we've just seen. This is my personal favorite. I really enjoy using it this way, but you have the choice. So one other tiny little feature but extremely useful one that was added is the persistent menu bar in full screen. I typically like to use my windows in full screen mode, but previously the menu bar used to be hidden away. You had to hover your screen over it and the menu bar would then appear and then disappear. But now you can set so that the menu bar is basically fixed even in the full screen mode. Let's take a look at how to do that. Just open up your system preferences, go to dock and menu bar, and at the bottom you should see the automatically hide menu bar on full screen. And once you've selected that option, or deselected rather, that option, you should now see a persistent menu bar whenever you open any app on full screen. The last feature that I'll be covering today is Airplay to Mac. In order to basically show you how it works, I'm screen recording my phone, and as you can see, I'll just open up a video or an app that's basically compatible with Airplay and click on the Airplay icon. And once I go to the devices, you should now be able to see your MacBook listed there. Just make sure both the devices, the device that you're AirPlaying to and the device that you're AirPlaying from, should be connected to the same Wi-Fi. These are just some of the features that I thought are the most useful and I was most excited for. And some of the features that I was looking forward to were either not introduced or not compatible with the Mac that I have. And so I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe if you found it useful. But if you've not, For whatever reason, there's always the dislike button too. Until the next video, take care, stay safe, peace.